Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Passionate People and Preposterous Peeves. I'm your host, Ike. I'm here with Tony. Say hello, Tony.
Hello, Tony.
Nice. How are we doing today?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm good. I just need to know one thing. What's your favorite dad joke?
My favorite dad joke. I will tell you after I pull it up right now. I have it on the screenshot and everything. Okay, here it goes. My wife told me to take the spider out instead of killing him. Went out, had a few drinks. Nice guy. He's a web designer.
It's like a dad joke within a dad joke. Dadception, I tell you.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite underutilized word?
Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, unfortunate is an underutilized word? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's indeed what I'm trying to tell you. I learned it from my friend because I was like, wow, that is just so true. So I just started saying, that's unfortunate when things happen.
Things happening generally are unfortunate.
That's true. The world we live in.
You know what else is unfortunate? Is those everyday run-of-the-mill temptations. What's yours? What in your everyday walking around causes you to second-guess your own moral fortitude?
I don't think I understand the question.
That's fair. So for me, when I'm walking around, like I'm at the grocery store like I was all 40 minutes ago, and I'm in the checkout line, there's candy bars right there just begging to be purchased and slammed down into my gullet. That is my everyday temptation, is candy bars at the checkout line of a grocery store.
The only thing that comes to mind is passing the speed limit.
How fast do you go, and how fast would you prefer to go in regards to the speed limit?
Well, when the speed is 40, I go 45. When the speed is 45, I go 50. So I go 5 over. Unless I'm on the freeway, then I go 10 over. But
how much would you like to go over the speed limit if there was no legal ramifications? Like if you knew you weren't going to get caught, how fast would you go?
I just want to go ahead of everyone else. So however fast that is. Because even sometimes people on the freeway are going a little bit too fast. But, like a good 60, 50 on the roads. And on the freeway, 80, maybe.
All right, speed demon. When you're channel surfing, even though that's not really a thing anymore, what movie will you never skip?
Karate Kid.
The
new
OG?
one.
The new one?
No. Yes.
And here I had respect for you. What is it about the new one that has the no skip option stapled to it?
I don't know. I like Jackie Chan, and that's my favorite movie. So whenever it's on, I like their setting. They're in China. That's cool. There are things wrong with it, obviously, because there's things wrong with every movie. Like, it's not karate that they're learning. They're learning kung fu. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I like the atmosphere, I guess.
Totally. Is that your favorite Jackie Chan movie?
Yes, I think so.
Wow. High praise.
But Rush Hour is up there, so.
If you had to evacuate your house, God forbid, there's a fire, what is the first non-sentient ambulatory thing you would grab? So if you have pets, let's say they know how to get out. So no cats, no dogs, no people. Past that, what are you grabbing?
That's like an impossible question because I have so many expensive things. My I don't know, my computer, I guess, because it's the most expensive thing.
There you go. What comes to mind when I say the word underrated?
Underrated? Philosophy.
What about it feels underrated to you?
I think that I'm not a philosopher or anything, and it's not like I study it or took classes on it, but I think that it could totally help society and like fix people in general, to be honest. So, yeah.
In your line of work or your area of passion, do you have a favorite like industry secret or term that's only used for people such as yourself?
So, I work at Amazon, the Amazon warehouse at the moment, and as of right now, I don't have to use this term, but once I heard it when I was working in a different department, it was just so funny. The term is gaylords.
Okay.
They're just really big cardboard boxes. And I just thought it was funny every time.
That is funny, and I really hope there's no perverse reason for them being named that, but either way, I am here for it, and that is great.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you feel like you've ever gotten?
I don't remember if I've read this or if someone like told me it, but pretty much you are only embarrassed if you make yourself embarrassed. Like, it's not something that happens, you know.
Yeah.
People feel embarrassed, so that's why they get embarrassed, but if you just don't, then you won't.
Yeah, it is kind of one of those things that even though it feels like somebody made us that way, it is somewhere between a voluntary choice and an involuntary response that triggers the voluntary choice for us to be, you know, to have that emotion. It's not something that is foisted upon us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, controlling that, a whole different matter.
Yeah, I think it just takes time, to be honest.
Time, maybe a little philosophy.
That's true. That's very true.
Do you have a favorite anecdote you like to tell when you first meet somebody, or if you're at a party and there's like a kind of lull in conversation?
Well, I don't go to parties and I don't talk to people I don't know, but I do have something that comes to mind when you say that, and it's actually when I was at school, and so there was a Drake Bell concert, and you know Drake Bell's from Drake and Josh, right?
I do now.
Oh, okay. Do you know Drake and Josh?
I know of it. I haven't watched any large amount of it, but I've seen clips in here and there. So I get the general premise.
Okay, so Drake Bell is an actor on the show, and he's also a musician, and so we were at his concert, and everyone was singing the song because he is singing the, what's it called, the chorus for the theme song for the show, and everybody says the same thing, and he stops his guitar, and he's like, wait, you guys are singing it wrong. And everybody was like, no, we're not. And then he's like, I wrote the song, I know how it goes, you guys are singing it wrong. and so
do you remember what they were saying and what he corrected them to what it was?
Realize. Everyone says realize, and he said it's realign. And when he corrected everybody, everyone was like, oh my gosh, we've been singing it wrong our whole lives.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Is there something you regret not having done or tried before you graduated high school?
High school.
It was so long ago, those days.
Yes. Yes, 5 or 6 years, my goodness. No, actually, not really. I think I used to think so, but not anymore. I'm pretty chill with how things are. I try not to have regrets and just more looking forward to stuff. So I
That's
don't think
awesome.
so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. What's the most bizarre or unknown fact that you know to be true?
Okay, so it might get a little bit complicated.
I'm here for
Okay,
it.
so traffic. Okay,
Okay.
I know why there's traffic.
Spill the beans. The world needs to know. TONi, tell
Yes,
us
they
all.
do. They do need to know because maybe they'll fix it. It's all the driver's fault that there's traffic. Okay, so say there's I don't know 20 cars. Okay, and if they are driving close to each other, like about a car's length or even a little less than that,
Yep.
and the first car has to brake, and they're all driving so close to each other, means the car behind every car has to brake because they don't have enough time. And the more that they have to brake is the more the line continues and makes it longer in traffic. But if they were at a farther distance and the first car broke, you wouldn't have to brake, or you wouldn't have to brake as hard, which means the traffic would not even happen. It wouldn't even be there because not everybody needs to brake. It would just keep going.
That's fascinating. So,
Does it make sense?
Yeah, so by doubling the distance, it decreases the necessity to brake and increases the stop time, so there wouldn't be, not only wouldn't there be these long chains of brakes which cause, backups for miles or whatever, but also there would be less accidents too, right?
Yeah, exactly. People gotta learn to drive better.
They gotta drive 80 with 2 car lengths in between.
If you're going 80, you gotta have more than that.
Fill in the blank for me. This weekend was so great. I spent 13 hours
Watching anime.
Do you have an anime that you would like to spend 13 hours watching or have spent 13 hours watching?
I don't think consecutively 13 hours, but there are many hours. There are many anime that I've spent longer than that on. Yeah.
Which one have you enjoyed spending the most amount of time watching?
Probably the first one that comes to mind, also because of the length, is My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm. That one, can you hit 13 hours on that one?
Well, there is 5 seasons.
Oh, I guess I'm behind. So then, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
But I mean,
why.
they're really short, right? Aren't the seasons 13 episodes?
I don't know. I think some are 24 and some might be 12, but I'd have to look it up.
Okay. Yeah, you can hit 15 hours with that many seasons.
Yeah.
It's not by an insurmountable amount, but yeah, it gets there. Nice. I guess I'm behind. I need to play catch up.
Yeah, it's good. 4th season is the best season.
Fight me.
Yes, exactly.
So now that I know what I should have started watching sooner, what do you wish you had started sooner, watching or otherwise?
Sooner. I wish I would have. I'm gonna say, to be honest, Stoicism.
How do you mean?
I wish I would have. Learned about Stoicism sooner. Because Stoicism is the philosophy about, learning to control your emotions and not letting anger or sadness or any of those things control you and stuff like that. And I think it would just be helpful.
Totally.
Sooner. Yeah.
Of the moments of your life, which one would you say is your greatest highlight or the one that you find to be you're most proud of?
It came straight to mind when you said that, to be honest. Okay, so I said to be honest too much already. All right.
It's good to be honest.
That's true. Honesty is the best policy. So when I was in the UK, I'm over the age, so it's fine. But I got drunk for the first time, and I I didn't think what people said was true. Like, you couldn't walk, like you didn't have balance. And I was sitting down, and we were on the floor, and we were drinking, and then I got up, and I just couldn't stop laughing because I couldn't walk straight. I just thought it was so hilarious because everything I heard was true. And since that was also the first time I got drunk, we went to the club, and that was also the first time I went to the club, and it was just so much fun. I just feel like I've never had that much fun before. And so yeah, it was a struggle in between a little bit because we took the bus there, and I really had to use the bathroom really badly, super badly. And my friend was trying to and then my phone died and a whole bunch of stuff. But overall, it was really great.
That's awesome. All right. When meeting somebody for the first time, before they say anything, what physical detail do you think would most likely be a kind of identifier as you're likely to be friends with this person? Whether it's the way they do their hair, a certain freckles, or a shirt they could be wearing. Is there something that you look at somebody and you're just kind of I think this person might, obviously it depends, what they think. If they come out saying some mad shit, then, obviously all bets are off. But just by looking at them, what's the kind of I think me and you, we got to be friends?
Yeah, probably either their facial expression or, their shirt, what they're wearing. If they wearing a Harry Potter shirt.
A Harry Potter shirt?
Yeah, if they're wearing a Harry Potter anime shirt, I'm just hey, that, hey, what's up? How's it going? How are you? What's that kind of thing.
What facial expressions? You were saying facial expressions. What facial expressions would kind of be all right, maybe?
Because there are some people that look friendly. And so if they look friendly, it's well, then you're probably friendly, But if it's they always look angry, or they look don't talk to me kind of thing, then it's well, I'm not going to talk to you then.
I will, follow your best wishes and not talk to you, a person that make frowny face.
Exactly.
All right. Lastly, before we throw it to a commercial break, if you could have the listeners of this podcast hear one song of your choosing, which would it be?
I choose you, Pokemon. Full Course Meal by Jesse Page. It's fun and it's funny in a way, because it's you know how there's a slang that is called you're a snack, the girls they're a snack.
Sure.
Well, the song is pretty much about her saying, I'm not a snack, I'm a full course meal. Yeah.
It's a great it's owning of that phrase. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's empowering.
All right. And with that, we're going to throw it to our first break. Feel free to stick around and enjoy the totally real commercial, or take a minute to enjoy Full Course Meal by Jesse Page. Or just fast forward. Either way, see you in a jiffy. Have you ever wanted to kill a small woodland creature or break a window but not had the physical strength? I know I have. Now introducing Rock. Rock comes in a variation of sizes and ready to use. Simply put Rock in your hand, raise it back to ear level, and release. See? You've got it! This ad does not condone the violence against small woodland creatures or windows, nor will it be held liable for any inability of use when coming into contact with paper. And we're back with TONi. And gotta ask ya, what's your passion?
Oh, my passion, man, my passion. I went to school for film, and yet I'm not in film. but I'm on YouTube and I want to make travel vlogs. That's my passion.
I mean, it sounds like you might not be on the big shiny screen, but you're on a screen, so it sounds like you're doing film your way. What is it about travel vlogs that like has you so passionate?
You know, I think last year or the year before that, I was watching YouTube, and one of the YouTubers that I watched, she literally got a spin the wheel kind of thing, and it just had a bunch of places on it, and she was like, whatever it lands on, I'm gonna go there. And so it landed on, I don't know, some I don't know, country somewhere like Bali or I don't know, something like that. And she just went. She was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going. She got her ticket and she just went. And just seeing how it like all plays out and looks, and it just, I don't know, it just looks so cool. And it's like, well, I want to do that. I can do that. I know I can do it. I want to do it.
When do you think you took your first, because you've done a couple, I know you went to Hawaii. When did you do your first travel vlog? Was it on your current channel, or was it on something you just did for yourself earlier?
I think it was on my channel, because I don't think I ever went anywhere before. So it was when I went to the UK. I'm pretty sure it was my first traveling vlog.
That was your first time that you like really took a trip?
Yeah, like I've had vlogs about like Hearst Castle and stuff like that, but I wouldn't count those as traveling. I would count those as like a day or museum kind of vlogs, not like a traveling vlog.
So the first vlog you ever did was the first time you ever traveled. When was the first time you ever did like a vlog just in general? Like how much time difference was there on that?
Probably like 3 years, maybe 4. Is a really long time. I've had a lot of videos, so I don't know exactly, but I know it was a while before I went there, because I just went to the UK 2 years ago. So
that's awesome. And it was after you started vlogging, but before you went to the UK, that you saw this video about the YouTuber spinning the wheel.
No, I saw the YouTuber spinning the wheel after I went to the UK. But when I was in the UK, I was like, well, I have to. I gotta. What you mean? There's not even a question. Of course I gotta film it.
So this vlogger, this YouTuber didn't start this passion. They just kind of dialed it up, it sounds like.
Yes, because I went to the UK for school, but I didn't want to just go to the UK. Like, I wanted to go to Japan, but I was like, well, they don't have film in Japan and it's much more expensive, so I'll go to the UK. And so after I saw the video, I was like, well, I can just go anywhere. I can go everywhere. Any of these places are, yeah.
So even before doing your first travel vlog, you started vlogging. What got you into vlogging when you went to like Hearst Castle or like the beach or wherever it took you?
Well, I love montages. So I picture vlogs as montages, as mainly just like, look at all these things and what I saw. I was there, and look at this, and it's cool to put it out there, but it's also for me. Like, I want to remember that I saw this, I was there, I did this. And so even if, like, you know, not a lot of people watch my videos or anything, it's still there, so that years later I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna watch this video, and then I can cringe at it, or or like, oh yeah, that was good.
Do you ever find, one of the things for me, one of the reasons I kind of don't vlog is I'm very binary when it comes to my attention. Do you find that when you're vlogging, you lose the moment, or you capture it? Like, obviously you capture it, you know, digitally forever, but do you find that it takes away from your time in that space because you're focusing on recording the video, or is that almost second nature, or like how does that kind of apply for you?
Yeah, I think it depends. Because there are some times when it totally does take me out of the moment because I'm just like, well, this would be a good shot. And so I just look at my camera. But there are some points when I'm filming and it's not a great shot, but I'm still there. So it kind of got like a give and take kind of thing. And then some of the times I won't even use what I recorded. I was like, well, that sucked, but I was there. So, you know.
That's awesome. What was the first device you started doing vlogs on? Was it your phone or did you buy a camera?
I had done a day vlog on my phone, but I mainly used my camera because my parents bought it for me after high school graduation, because that's what I wanted. And so I used my Canon and recorded from there. And now I have a different camera that's way easier to use, so I use that camera now.
That's really cool. Did you have a friend that introduced you to vlogging, or did you see somebody like doing it online? Like, how did that even start? Or were you just like, I want to see this forever, and like started recording it?
Well, ever since middle school, I already knew that I wanted to do something in film. So since that was already kind of like a part of my life since like the beginning, in a way, I didn't really need to have someone like show me or anything like that. But yeah, YouTube, of course, watching other people do it is kind of like inspiring of like, oh yeah, this seems cool. So yeah, that did help a little bit.
That's awesome. So what would you say your the biggest misconception about vlogging is by the wider world?
Well, I'm not sure if most people think this way, but it's not easy, you know? I think you know because you were in film too, but
Spoiler alert.
But some people think that it's just, you know, filming and then like that's it. But you know, you gotta look at what looks best. You gotta make sure like it's not too dark or like, you know, the lighting is okay in the position that you're in, and you know, it's not just point and shoot. It's not taking a picture where the camera just automatically is good, like portrait mode or something.
How many times do you find yourself when you're vlogging sizing up shots or reshooting shots you've already done because you like check back? Like, do you check back on the footage like right after you shoot it to make sure it was good? Or do you just take it home and, you know, hope you were right?
It's a funny thing because I try to be in the moment. So I try not to reshoot anything. And sometimes it just sucks because there's so much movement, and if I took a 30-second video, I'll probably use 5 seconds or use none of it because it's moving too much. I found that out when I went to Hawaii. I was like, wow, I need to stay still. And so I gotta stay still.
That's fascinating. How much time do you think, so if a shot is 30 seconds, how much time generally are you kind of setting up the shot, like where you're going to place the camera, if you have like a tripod, or where you're going to hold it, or however, like the whole entire setup? How much time do you feel like you spend doing that before you do the shot, if it's only going to be like probably like 30 seconds to a minute?
It doesn't really take me too long because once I'm there, I'm already looking to see what will look good. So I really just like be like, oh, yes, indeed, this way, right here, do it. Point, shoot, done. Let's move on. Continue walking.
So, I mean, obviously part of this depends on your friend group, but when you're hanging out with your friends, and will you not vlog when around friends, or do you vlog around friends? I guess is the first part of this question.
So I don't really have that many friends. And the friends I do have, we don't go anywhere for me to vlog. But when I was in the car vlogging from when I came back from Hawaii, it was really awkward. because people are around and like, they can hear me and stuff. But I try not to film anybody other than myself, or like if I am with my sister, like I film her like really quick or be like, this is my sister, you saw her in this video or whatever, and it would just be something fast. Like I'm not trying to make everybody else into my videos, especially if, maybe they don't want to.
Yeah. So when you were in Britain and in Hawaii, you were traveling alone?
In Hawaii, I was with my family. In the UK, I was by myself. Yeah.
Okay. But like with your family around, you just kind of went off and did your own thing to vlog, or like how did that work with you traveling with your family like that?
I just was in front of them. So whatever I filmed, they weren't in it because they were in back of me. Pretty much.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Is there a non-obvious aspect to vlogging that is just like you didn't realize going into it necessarily, but have come to really enjoy it?
Not necessarily like the vlogging part itself, but in editing, there's sometimes like I just filmed the Water Lantern Festival not that long ago, and some of the shots were just like, dang, this looks so good. Dang, man, this is so good. I gotta pick a great song because this looks so good. Yeah.
So you find yourself really enjoying the editing aspect and going back through and just kind of getting to feel and vibe with your shots?
Yeah, I only enjoy editing it if I like the way the shots came out, because when they're more not as good shots, I'm just like, oh, I gotta edit this. But when it's good shots, I'm just like, oh, dang.
You default back to your one edit TONi days? Or your Final Cut TONi moments?
Yeah. It's so funny that you remember that.
How could I not? It's so great. Great. Best moniker ever. But it sounds like you're moving away from that, given the right material, which is really good.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. The whole concept between like the Final Cut TONi or whatever is not what everyone thinks it might be. It's when I said that I only do one cut, it's because I don't stop. I don't export a rough cut. I don't export this and compare them. I just do it all at once.
Oh, okay.
So when I said one cut, that's what I meant. I'm just like, we're going straight to the final cut. We're not going to do all this and in the middle stuff.
Get to the end of it.
Yeah.
So, switching from the beautiful and the passionate to the obnoxious and the preposterous, TONi, what is your preposterous peeve?
So, I hate walking behind people. And that's because people don't care about you. They don't know that you're there, or like, even if they do, they still be walking slow. Okay, I'm a short person, so naturally I have to walk faster to catch up with everybody else. And not just that, since I like naturally walk faster, everybody walks slower. And it's just like, can you like get out of my way? Like, I'm trying to get from here to here, and you may not be in a rush, but this is my normal walking, so, like, scoot to the side, or, like, let me through. Like, can you not hear my footsteps? Like, what's going on here? Like, hello? Excuse me?
Do you remember when you started to really notice how much... Is that just been a thing for you forever, or is that, like, was there a time or a particular experience that really, like, set off that peeve for you?
It has been around for as long as I can remember, and since high school, maybe middle school. It's just so annoying. It's like me and my friend, she's pretty much as tall as me, but she also walks like fast like I do. Mm-hmm. And so we were walking together, and it's just like people they just walk so slow. I don't understand. Like, put some pep in your step. Get out of the way. Look behind you.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple situations. You tell me which one is more bothersome, or you rate them however you prefer.
Okay.
You're walking somewhere, in a relatively crowded corridor or in a small hallway, and the person in front of you is on a walker. Like they've got like some physical malady of some variety that causes them to walk slow. 10 the most annoying, 1, being like not even a bother. Where does this rate? How much does this anger the TONi?
Can I get around them?
No.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's probably a 7.5 because it's not their fault, but still, like, can you, I don't know, go to the side or not? Simply just not.
What about your you need to get to something that's just you're in the grocery store. There's 2 people in front of you that one is walking they're walking in 2 different directions, and they stop, and they're like old high school buddies, and they haven't seen each other for years, and they both realize it, and they have like a moment where they're just like, oh my god, Dan, holy shit, I haven't seen you since sophomore year or something like that. They're like, oh, George, and they freak out, and they have this lovely moment, but neither of them move to the side, and despite, if you are willing to speak up, despite anything you say, they just do not hear you, and they're just too enamored with finding their long lost friend. How does that rate on the old TONi rageometer?
Like a 9.5.
Wow.
It's go outside or something. What do you have to be in the way for? Like, people gotta realize there's other people around. They're not the only people in the world, Like, my goodness. Fine, like, yeah, go do this somewhere else. There's other people.
What conjure a scenario that rates under a 5? I'm very curious. Is there any scenario in which, like, do they have to have like cancer growths and like a dog that isn't gonna make it for you to like be lower than a 5? What's the scenario that somebody's slow in front of you that is like excusable and understanding?
The only way it's excusable is if I'm not in a rush, I'm not in a mood, and they if I say excuse me, then they move. Like, that's the main problem. Like, if they don't move, then I don't get it.
That's awesome. All right, and with that, we're going to head to our second break. But don't go anywhere, because when we get back, TONi is going to enter the lightning round. See you in a bit. Having trouble staying awake?
Oh, yeah.
Wish you'd followed your dream so you had the give a crap necessary to meet your deadlines?
Oh, definitely.
Are you likely to be fired the second another warm body walks through that door and asks your boss for an application?
Probably.
Would you prefer to keep this shit sack of a job instead of explaining to Susan that you've been fired?
I mean, I guess.
Well then, let me introduce you to caffeine. Caffeine is a highly addictive substance that'll keep you jittery and energized to do any fucking stupid task for hours.
That sounds like drugs.
It is!
Aren't drugs illegal?
Not this one. So next time you feel like sitting on the sidewalk instead of at your desk, reach for a caffeine.
Wait, you didn't tell me where I can buy it.
'Cause it's mother-loving everywhere, you blind Neanderthal. And we are back. TONi, are you ready to enter the lightning round? Lightning round?
Indeed.
All right, put however much time it takes to bake this cookie on the clock. TONi, is there a god?
Yes.
Shakira's voice in Danny DeVito's body, or Danny DeVito's voice in Shakira's body?
The first one.
Have you ever paid more for a meal than you made in a week?
No.
You're having the best day of your life. What happens next? Another amazing thing or something terrible?
Something terrible.
Would you rather give up cheese or naps?
Naps.
No one's looking. Do you put the cart back or leave it in the parking lot?
Put the cart back.
If you had the power to see the future but couldn't change it, would you use it?
No.
Pineapple on pizza or fist fight?
Pineapple on pizza.
Kill the spider or get an adult?
Get an adult.
Is there a price for you to give up your passion forever?
Nope.
Boneless or bone-in wings?
Boneless.
Which do you max out first? Intelligence, charisma, or strength?
Strength.
Did you ever cheat on a test in school?
For sure.
Kanye.
No.
Are we alone in the universe?
Nope.
Would you rather have your inner monologue sound like Gilbert Gottfried or Fran Drescher?
I don't know who those people are.
Oh, the times we live in are sad. Are Cheez-Its addicting?
Yes.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Morning or night shift?
Morning.
Would you rather be 10 minutes late for everything or 20 minutes early for everything?
20 minutes early.
Make the food or do the dishes?
Make the food.
Are you a squid or a kid?
A kid?
Congratulations, Tony. You've survived the lightning round. What lightning round question would you like to be asked? Or would you like to ask me? Well, I'm going to say that again. What lightning round question would you like to ask me and in turn be asked of future guests?
Subs or dubs?
I think it sounds like you just said dubs or dubs.
Subs or dubs?
Oh, gotta go subs all the way.
Oh, wow.
Reading is true strength. Wait, are you a dub person?
I think it depends.
You are going to get your weeb card docked if you answer that in the wrong room, little lady.
Well, it's like if you can watch it in your normal language and it's good in that language, like Jujutsu Kaisen, then why wouldn't you?
Fair enough. All right, we have reached the end of the program. Anything you want to plug, recommend, places people could find you or your content?
I'm on YouTube at TONi, Tony with an I, space E, and I'm also on Twitch, but I haven't been on Twitch for a month, but technically I'm there.
What are you playing on Twitch these days? Or
it's funny how everyone asks that. I don't really play games on Twitch, at least not yet. The first streams I did were that thing with they do that thing.
Nice. I totally know what you mean.
Yeah, I assumed you would. The tier list. The first one I did tier list, and then I did the board button, which is a cool interactive website, and they are like mini games that you could do, and then every time you get bored, you just press the board button. And then the whole month of October, I drew every day for Inktober.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm there. But,
That's awesome. Is there anything you're watching right now, or any games you are playing on Twitch or otherwise?
I see. Funny thing, I don't really like games that much. I don't like having to struggle for what I want.
Well, what do you like not having to struggle for that you get to watch then?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
What what anime and or movies or TV shows are you watching recently that you'd recommend to other peeps?
Demon Slayer, of course. The second season is coming out, and I just finished. It's more of a shoujo anime, so you'd have to like shoujo animes to like be interested in it. It's called I don't even know what it's called. It's in Japanese, so obviously it's about
I just find a shoujo anime that's in Japanese. That'll get you there.
I'll just tell you it's about so it's It's about a girl who looks like the Grudge, and so in Japanese, they call her Sawako, and it's she's actually really nice, and she just wants to make friends, but everyone's afraid of her, and so it's kind of like a love story, but also like she like makes friends, and yeah, it's cute. It's cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Tony, for being my guest today, and special thanks to my editor, Richard Ashford, and my composer, Joshua Gibbons. And especially...
What's up, Josh?
What is up, Josh? Indeed. Thank you, everybody listening at home, or wherever you found the time to appreciate this. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe, like, or just share it with a friend. Every little bit helps. Or if you already have, and you're out of episodes to listen to, don't worry. We put out new episodes every Monday at midnight on SoundCloud, YouTube, and now Spotify at Passionate People and Preposterous Peeves podcast. And a very special thanks are due to our very first Patreon patron, Sabella Yellow. Yes, you heard that right. We have a Patreon, and you can be a part of it too. Just head over to patreon.com/Passionate People and Preposterous Peeves podcast. And remember, folks, there's no happy without pee. You can't have a team without meat. And don't drive on the wrong side of the road. Otherwise, you might hurt somebody. Bye.